Ladies, gentlemen, let the show begin. Alright, do you like video games? And I know you do. What about entertainment? We got that too. Video game, I'm on a video game. Video game, oh, what's the name? Video Game Armada. This is One True Omni Gamer Boss Bronze coming back to you with another Let's Play a Little. Today, it is the underground hit, well, not so underground, but the not so well known, but still pretty known by most, game that just came out recently that's taken YouTube and reviewers of games by storm, The Outer Worlds, where you could play whatever you basically want in a sci-fi futuristic world that's also slightly dystopian, where corporations take over the place as you do, or rather as they do, and you decide how best to fit with them, rebel against them, whatever. And again, as you may know, game's pretty super serious on how you do you want. You see everyone here? If I was the kind of guy that a lot of people on the internet seem to be, I could just shoot everyone here and they would seriously straight up die. But of course I would have to fight the soldiers over here and these soldiers over here, and look how big this gun is. That is a very big gun. That would kill me. So yeah, you could play, like I said, however you wish. And I'm playing more like the vigilante sorts. I mean, sure, I may not be the strongest guy, but I'm pretty smart. Nothing gets by me. And when I need to talk, oh baby, I can talk pretty well. Just like in real life. With no flubs and no inconsistency of speech. No errors whatsoever. I am a perfect orator. Or agnosticator. Or whatever-nator the word is. The point is, I'm a good talker. So yeah. And I have all sorts of neat little guns. Shrinky guns. Shocky guns. Sweet armor. Top hat. Now, you can't see the top hat because I turned off helmets because I want to see my face. But if you could see that top hat, actually, I do have the ability to... Bam! Top hat! Look at that! Such a fancy fool right there. Such a fancy fool. But he's me, that fancy fool. And it's got good perks, so yeah, I'm wearing the fancy hat. Anywho, back to A Outer Worlds' mission. Basically, in this part of the story, it is a little ahead than what you're probably seeing right now on other YouTubers, where I'm in this place called Stellar Bay, which is sort of like Mos Eisley, but a little bit more order to it. Where I'm on a mission where I'm going to require some help. Sure, I got myself some pretty good crew members, but you always want to get more help, because it's rough out there, believe me. My first attempt at combat with this build was not pretty. Fortunately, I had a couple of willing bullet sponges to help me out for the most part, and allowed me to blossom into super awesomeness. But anyway, I need one more of those. And the next character I'm recruiting, in a bar. How about that? Now, again, this game is pretty good. This is not a review, but I like this game. I've been pretty obsessed for a couple of days to get just the perfect build for me, find the perfect weapons, trying a lot of things out. Not mass killing people, I don't do that, but other things. But one thing I have to say is that the flaw in this game is that sometimes when you open doors, you whip out your gun. And I don't want to just talk to people and whip out guns, because that's kind of rude. I mean, look at that.
Watch your step if you venture outside the wall.
I just wanted to talk to the fellow and see what he had to say, but it's me like, all right, give me your weapon, give me your bits. That's what they call money here. Give me your bits right now. I'm just trying to talk to the guy. I'm glad I can put the gun away, but it's still a little weird. So Obsidian, Private Division, if you don't mind, fix that for me. I do appreciate it. Anyway, back to this. Hey girl, what's up?
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood. So it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud.
Maybe you should get your eyes checked, lady. Just saying. Blood, mud. Well, blood is pretty dark when it's, dark. I don't know. But anyway, another thing about this game that's awesome. Some of what people say, pretty darn hilarious. So let's keep listening in.
But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn wrapped out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
What was your first clue? Guy with the top hat? Yeah. Who am I? I am Bronze. Pleasure to meet you. Or I am Bronze. Are you always this drunk? A little rude. But, yeah. Let's start with the...
Ooh, charmer.
Let's start with that.
Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, drink, please.
I mean, you're probably pretty good with that, but sure. Another round.
Outstanding. What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
You can help me find an information broker, which is what I'm here for. But I could just be funny, just say it's vacation, or just see what it's like for myself. People talking up this crap hole. I won't say that. Stick to the script.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we?
Nuts.
Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats?
Tax. Brass tacks.
Let's talk business.
Sure, drunkie.
I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head.
Oh, sure. I've always wanted to help people with their crippling alcoholism. Sure. Let's see. How much time do you need? I don't need that. Just tell me how to get the Devil's Peak. Sure. I'm accommodating. Why the heck not? Because anything you do that helps people get you that sweet XP. Even if it is just something stupid and lame. Which, fortunately, stupid and lame is not something I would say about this game. So basically, anything you want to do is pretty cool. What do you need, girl?
Outstanding.
That's her word of the
Our
day.
dispensary here maintains a stock of, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good.
I'm sure it's something.
I'm cut off for the money on account of needing one just about every damn day. I'm sure you've
funny.
got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
Sure, okay, I'm good with that. Or this is one of the things about the game. Depending on how you specialize, it adds your specializations. There goes my charm. My specializations can affect. Again, perfect speaking, no errors whatsoever. Can affect what I say. So I'm not pretty. See, perfect speech. That's why I'm so high. And I don't mean in drug capacity. Yeah. So I'm pretty good with the old sawbone stuff. So I can say with some authority, with the medical skill, you mean caffeinoid. That's just a stimulant.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
You won't find a better deal in Halcyon.
My robot that's also a guardian asset bot.
Remember, if it's dirty, it's a job for Sam.
What in the... That thing talks?
Yes. He is going to be your new best friend. Sort of. That's Sam. She? Nah, I'm sure it's a he because he speaks with a male voice. If it was a she, probably something a bit more feminine. And if it was neutral, it probably just sounded like a robot. Anywho, helps me stay clean. Anyway, let's get you that sweet, sweet medication. And I gotta level up. So I might as well show you guys this good stuff while I'm all leveled up. So every time you level up, you get something in skills in about 10 points or so. As you can see, I've divvied mine up to be focusing on a few things. When I started, I focused on tech and dialogue because I like cool sci-fi crap, but I also like to be super smooth and get people to give me more money or information and without having to work for it. So there you go. But over the course of the game, leadership was pretty important. It makes my my job squad a little bit more effective. And even though I suck at strength, I do need to fight, so guns were something I need to focus on. Oh, and something in hacking, because, yeah, computers are a thing in this world. So now, I am pretty well off. So now, once a thing reaches 50 in your skills, you can no longer just bump things up in general. You have to focus on them specifically to get them any higher than 50, which I'm okay for. But what do I pick now? I do want this leadership to be also at 50. Although being at 40 is fine for the ability. But anytime I raise the inspiration up, it'll raise up the companion strength. I'm pretty sure I could stick with it being 50 for a while afterwards. So I can focus on other things. Let's see. Science is my primary go-to, because in addition to giving me better skills with plasma and shock weaponry, it also allows the science weapon effects to be more potent, which is the main thing I wanted to focus on when I decided playing on again. Give me all the science weapons. I want all the weird goodness science can bring. Let's see. Dialogue. I just recently, so far, up until this point, I just realized my dialogue was spot on. Good. I got it. Whatever I wanted. I lied and I intimidated. I persuaded and I lied. No problem. Even intimidating a little bit here and there. Only now, before I started recording, where my silver devil tongue failed me. And I was a little surprised, just a little, but I'm also a little happy about that, because now I understand at any point in the game there may be a need to talk something out of it, and even though you're still early in the game, more or less, you're still woefully underpowered to certain characters, so you always got to keep that in mind. But that was the only one, so I don't feel I need to focus on this right now. These things are also good, but I just wanted to get some base abilities. So I think I'm going to focus on the rest of my leadership right now, just to get that up to 50, so my companions can just keep doing them, being super strong. And they should be good for a while. Let's see. Skill bonus would... companion skill bonus set to 100%. You know what? I'll focus on the leadership just to get them up to 60. That way, they'll be both. The companions are very useful in this game. Very useful. They don't just take hits and do damage. They do all sorts of neat little skill things that bolster you, making you seem much more awesomer just by being there. So I think for the two abilities here, companions also get an additional 25% of the healing thing, my healing inhaler, which is good for tough fights. I'm going to focus on getting these two things up to 60. Then I'll just plow through and start steroiding up the rest of these things that are not melee. And, maybe not, sneak or lockpick. Although these are very useful too, I'm not going to lie. And, that's pretty minor, all things considered. So let's see, what's better? Toughness, damage, damage. Let's do toughness. If they go down, that's a real pain, because then I have to fight. Then I have to fight the tough guys, so I'm not going to do that. So let's keep this set. And now, the perks. Just a little top-offs of things that set you truly, truly apart from other players. I'm sure there's going to be someone who's going to get additional time, technical time dilation, which I will highlight when we get into combat up more. And I'm sure even a lot of people are going to choose to carry more, stuff, because people like the loot. But not everyone's going to pick that, plus the time dilation, plus the 50% companion kills XP, plus the armor durability. Like, no one's going to do me. Or if they're going to do me, it's going to be very low percentile. The game gives you a lot of options for every type of player, and I appreciate that. And as you get better in the game, you unlock even better tiers of these perks. So keep that in mind. And since I'm at my threshold, it's time for a new perk. I'm in tier 2, and that's a beautiful thing. Let's see. I get more TTD per kill the last time. And my science weapon is 50% more awesome. So I am also going to give myself 20% bonus to headshot and weak spot damage. Because you know what? Just plow through them. Just end their existence as quickly as possible. And it will stack very well with this. So that was my plan. So all this other good stuff here with my character, you know, reputations and all that. Anyway, enough with all this stat stuff. Let's get back to adventure! Wow, that pill stuff is way over there, huh? Oh, by the way, scum save! Because that's what I do when I have the option. Anywho, this game is pretty amazing. A lot of things a lot of people you could talk to. You could just listen into certain conversations. Also very good. Open up. See what I mean? Very irritating. I am not shooting these people. Stop it.
The warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brack's missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
You go, girl. You get that. You get that. You get yours. But I'm going to get mine. Hello.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Well, you know, you got good taste.
What can Abigail do for you?
Let's see. I need to pick up some caffeinoid, please.
And what a helpful young man you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits.
Amen.
Who's your lucky friend, dearie?
Let's see. These are actually for me.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stella Bay residents.
Oh, that's a
Our
shame.
reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
Oh, that's just awful!
Isn't it just? I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail?
Let's see. If I just tell her now, she's going to react poorly. Because this game is so well done, they know when you lie the first time you did something. And say, hey, wait a minute. That drug? I thought it was for you. Now I'm not going to believe you. Let's see here. Let's do risque. Why not? You know, my viewers, I like to think they're PG-13, more or less. But, yeah.
Aren't you a
I
saucy
know.
thing?
I know, aren't I?
I may not be a fresh young thing anymore, but with age comes experience, dearie.
Why don't you show me a thing or two?
Much as I'd love to. My rheumatism is especially fierce at the moment, and I'm all out of my medicine.
And you
But
know
I'd
what?
hate to send you away empty-handed. You were here for caffeine.
Yes, I was.
Who's it for?
Oh, dear. I'm going to have to say that's private.
Now, there's no keeping secrets from Auntie Abigail. I'll tease it out of you one way or another. Also, I really do have to enter someone's name for the allotment. After all,
All right, if the game's going to make me, I might as well. Ooh. Or I could just bribe it, huh? I could say that, I suppose that's reasonable. And I could just be rather nosy on you. But discretion is the better part of valor. And I'm not hurting for money, so... a lot so bits.
I suppose I could use the money to supply our little
Of course you
kids
do.
for the rest of the
Because
time.
in a corporate-run reality, bits
I'll
are
make
king.
exceptions for you this one time.
Thank you, beautiful.
Dearie.
Yes, 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 indeed. Now, yeah, you could have done this any sort of way. You didn't have to smooch up the old lady. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with smooching up old ladies. Old ladies needs affection too. Keep that in mind. Or you could have said, screw her, and just did a little James Bond action. Not the way I went. The other James Bond action. Just went upstairs and go and steal it. You could do that sort of thing. The choice is yours. Or you could have went guns and blazing, which would be very ended poorly for you. But you do have the option. And that's the Outer Worlds for you. I'm going to be serious, people. This is probably one of my picks for Game of the Year so far.